The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers.
Now a first down throw for Newton. On the catch, it's Jarius Wright. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Jarius Wright, 75 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. From the gun, here's Newton.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back at 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. A shotgun snap for Newton. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Mario Addison in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On 2nd down, here's Newton. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Throwing is Newton. Got him, and it's right. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Now it's Newton to the right side, and he's got more complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey, and he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. No doubt it was a good season for McCaffrey. He finishes 6th in the league in rushing the football over 1,000 yards, but how about what he did in the pass game?
Imagine if he just focused on one or the other, the kind of numbers he could put up. Instead, combining fantastic season.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Julius Peppers with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. They are going to go for it. It's Newton.
He's going to go deep for Funchess. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And that will force a turnover on downs. Attention shifting back to Carolina as they come onto the field. And you talked about it earlier. They started 6-2. Everything was looking good. Then 7 losses in a row in 2018. Besides Cam Newton retooling and not maybe running as much, what else needs to happen in Carolina?
I have to start with Cam Newton and his running, because they've wanted him to run the ball less in recent years. But what's that expression that Cam used? A lion's got to roar. Running the football is a part of me, and it allows him to feel like he's part of the game. Well, they've got to be more judicious about that. He just has to get healthy, because he was throwing the football better than he ever had in his career. But I do think the injury changed everything for Carolina, because when he couldn't make the throws necessary, it really hurt them moving the ball downfield and put a lot of pressure on their defense.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. We got 3. Let's go.
After the run, Newton going to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Newton. And this will have been returned to right around the 38-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Newton on 1st down. He hits more on the screen. Past the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, Newton. And that's going to be caught by Funchess for a Carolina touchdown. Devin Funchess, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have tied this game up. They can take the lead with the extra point. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down.
Here we go, fellas. Gun.
Newton to throw. Going up top. Did he drop it? He dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Steps away. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this.
Let's rock now. Check. Gun. Green.
Cam's going to run the option right, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Here's Newton now on second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if
Cam fighting, he lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
when I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey. Do something.
On 1st down, Newton. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
To throw on second down, Newton. Caught left side by Funchess. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Newton now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, get right there.
Out of the gun, Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. 2nd and 10, Newton again. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
3rd and long, it's Newton. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go, and of course they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Hey.
And the inaugural carry here for Fonzie Linebacker. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Come on now.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. It was Eric Reed in on the stop. They're down here in the 3rd quarter trying to get something going to the outside there. Didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays,
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A fantastic connection that time. Newton to Funchess, and even 40 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Newton. And that's going to be caught by Funchess for a Carolina touchdown. Devin Funchess from 6 yards away. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Again, Newton. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. On second down, McCaffrey. And just shutting him off there. And some room to maneuver. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. 62 yards. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now 17-14. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. Moore now on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him.
Oh, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And right with it here over the middle. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Mario Addison in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. To throw is Newton. He's going to float. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. From the gun, here's Newton. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drop.
Funchess is free. 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. Devin Funchess, 76 yards. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game.
I know Paul Rivera talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. Now it's Barner. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Back to the air, Newton on second down. Throw left side complete. That's right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
A very solid gain of 27. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They come out here in the eye. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Newton to throw. He'll buy some, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Thomas Davis in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Newton. And he can't get away. Newton can't escape the pressure, and it's a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation, because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.